Hello everyone, in this video I am going to show you some Thomas & Friends recent purchases that I have got in the last couple of weeks. All of these have not yet been opened from their packaging, and for some of them I was planning to do a review on two of them, but I felt like that some other YouTubers have beat me to it. So you're not going to see a review on any of these from me. So if you're ready and I am ready, let's take a look at them. First are these 4 wooden railway engines that I have got from Caboose Hobbies along with a N-scale train set a couple of weeks ago. They are Toby, James, Gordon, and Dan and Dart. Although for Dan and Dart, the packaging that they're in is a bit teared up, and it's around the spot where they were being hooked on to the shelves.
Coming in for the unboxing now. First up is Toby. Next is James. Here he is. Now, here's Gordon. Here's Gordon free from his packaging. And finally, we have Dan and Dart. And this should be easier to unwrap. So here are the two diesels.
So here they are out of their packagings, and we'll be taking a close look at them one by one by comparing with the others which I had over the past few years.
Well, the first one we'll be comparing side by side is Toby. And if you can't tell which one is which, the new one is right here on the left. But first we'll be looking at the old Toby. And you can see right here the magnet. Both the magnets have actually been placed on this gray piece, which is his cowcatcher and side plate detailing. And they've been placed right through that hole, I believe. I believe they've just been slid in. And of course it's got the old classic face. Mine does. And as we take a look at the cab roof, you can see there's no detailing for his funnel, and I suppose I suppose you'll have to use this as his funnel. You might have to pretend that piece of nail is his funnel. That's what I'm saying. And now this new one, which was, I'm sure that you all know it, is released in 2013. The design has slightly... The design of the cowcatcher and side plates have been slightly changed. And you can see here the magnet is actually built into the gray piece. And you can see the handrails are colored silver, and you can see here the number 1, they actually had shrinked it. It's like on the old one, it's actually fat, and the handrails are colored white. And looking at the top, they added a detail for his funnel. And that's one thing that I liked about this model of Toby. Kind of makes it look nicer, and that's all I can say. Now the next two we'll be comparing with is James, and we'll be first taking a look at the old style wooden James, which I have also had over the past few years. And you can see he has the classic face, and on the boiler you can see the 3 gold stripes, which are kind of close to each other almost. And the detailing of his wheel arches. This curved part underneath the black lining, that's to make it look like that's the real wheel arch. And you can see that's his tender, not much to say about. Now we'll be taking a look at the 2013 James, and this is the new one. And you can see he has the CGI face, but on the older model there was a different sort of CGI face that was in a different design before they changed it into this sort of design. And as for the gold stripes on the boiler, they've slightly been updated and they've been moved far apart. And also the detailing of the wheel arches have also been changed. They're just showing the black lining of them. And however, the dome, however, is in a different color compared to that dome. It's colored brown. It's colored gold, but this one is just colored probably a brown gold color. I don't know. And also for the tender, the number 5 has been changed. As you can see, both on these number 5s, they're in different shapes and sizes. And the reason why I got this James is because last Christmas I had got the Wooden Railway Introducing James model. And of course, this is what James looked like in the Railway series when he first arrived on the island of Sodor. And also in the movie The Adventure Begins, because he has the number 5. And this sort of design of James matches the design of this James, which I got, except for the color. This one's black and this one is red. And that's why I wanted to get that James, since I have this James. Next, we'll be taking a look at him. Next is Gordon, and this one is the old classic Gordon, and this is the new version of Gordon of today, which you would say. And we'll be taking a look at the classic one first. So you can see he has the old classic face. And you can see the stripes on the boiler. They're kind of close together. Just almost. And also this red lining close to the cab. It's just showing the lines on one, just on the side. And also at the top, it's just blank. Also for the number 4 on his tender. To me, it's kind of like it would have been printed off a computer or something. And now we'll take a look at the wooden railway, I should say, Gordon of today. So you can see there's his CGI face, and however, his face is the CGI face is a different design on this Gordon before the face was also changed into this one, just like James. And also the detailing of the smoke box has been changed. You can see here this piece of plastic, which is part of this, that has also been added, just like what we see in the TV show. And also right here, there's a detailing for his piston cylinder. And also, as we take a look at the boiler, the stripes have been far apart from each other to make it look like more like the real Gordon in the TV show. And also the red lining right here beside the cab, it just went all the way around the boiler. Not like this one. And the number 4 has also been changed, and they made it look exactly like in the TV show. And I think that must have been the CGI series, or must have been, or something. But you guys can let me know. Just one more thing that I almost forgot, and that is the bogies on Gordon. And you can see on the old style wooden railway Gordon, these bogies are made out of wood, and they make this sound when you shake it. Kind of a nice sound. And it's like wood is hitting wood. And as for the Fisher-Price wooden railway Gordon, the bogies make this noise when you shake it. And that noise sounds different. And that's because the bogies are made out of plastic. So it's like plastic is hitting wood when it was making that noise. And that's why this magnet is mounted to the bogie instead of being glued on. Finally, we have Den and Dart, the two diesels who work at the diesel works. Finally, we have Den and Dart. And the reason why I got Den and Dart is because I have the Wind Railway Diesel Works building. And you know, the Diesel Works is never completed without these two diesels. Although I know there are some changes to be seen on them, also from the box artwork, which they look like they were first released by Fisher-Price. So you can see here, there's detailing for his windows at the front, but looking at Dart, the detailing has been left off. And the same thing for Dan. You could see here, there's no window detailing anywhere to be seen at the front. But that's not just a big of a deal, because like I said, the Diesel Works is never completed without Den and Dart. And I'm also happy to have Den and Dart on board.
Well, since we finally finished looking at those Wind Railway engines, let's continue on to the rest of the items. The next one, which caught my eye while I was in Target, is a brand new Thomas & Friends pack. And this one in particular is from the Thomas & Friends Minis range. This pack is called Glow in the Dark, which features 5 engines which they glow in the dark. And they are Thomas, Percy, James, Charlie, and Paxton. Let's open them up. So here they are out of the box, and when I have turned the lights off, I can see that they glow in the dark really well, but I'm afraid you can't on camera. I mean, I can clearly see where they are while they're glowing, but I guess it doesn't work on camera. But however, I still like these minis that they glow in the dark, and they are going to look excellent in my collection. Now this next item is also a glow-in-the-dark thing, and it was in the same Target shop where I got the glow-in-the-dark minis. This is the Trackmaster Glow-in-the-Dark Thomas, which features Thomas with glow-in-the-dark details, with a green truck with glow-in-the-dark rocks, or perhaps coal, and a blue truck with a glow-in-the-dark tar pit. However, I am very interested in the Trackmaster glow-in-the-dark series and this one is one of those items. So let's get it open. So here's the glow-in-the-dark Thomas, and as you can see, the wheels look like that they can glow in the dark, and I also like the sparks on the side of Thomas, and you can see that there's a driver in the cab. That way you can see it while those details are glowing in the dark. One thing that I have noticed about the instructions that were included is that they have been changed. And they were showing pictures of a 3D model of the redesigned Thomas. So after putting batteries inside the glow-in-the-dark Thomas and making sure that it's working, it's time to give it a test run. And here's some track which I just grabbed out and made a little layout so we can really give the glow-in-the-dark Thomas a test run. Finally are these two take-and-play models that I have got from a different Target store, and they are Philip and Jungle Adventure Thomas. For the Philip packaging, you can see right here the plastic wrap that holds the engines in place is cracked. You can clearly see that there's a crack in it right here.
Coming in for another unboxing. First we'll be opening up Philip, since his packaging has a crack in it. So this should be easy. There we are. Really nice model of Philip. Now for the Jungle Adventure Thomas model. here he is, free from his packaging. Wow. Gee, there's a different detailing on the other side. Usually on these models they have their detailing design on both sides. So here are the two take and play models, and we'll first take a look at Philip. Not much to say about his take and play model, except this part right here, his body, besides the cab roof, is made out of plastic. And sometimes it's a bit unusual for some of these take and play models. I like how his face looks, but this model of Philip looks pretty good indeed. Looks kinda a bit highly detailed, except for the buffers that aren't colored in. Next is the Jungle Adventure Thomas model. And as you can see, Thomas is covered in leaves, mud, and also, as a surprise, he also has bananas and this this flag that has a picture of an elephant. Almost said elephant at first. And on this other side, you can almost see his number 1, and of course the design and detail is in different spots. And of course on this side it's covering up his number 1. However, one thing that I don't like about this model is that, well, sort of, is that the foot plate is colored green, along with the chassis and the wheels. And as I bring a regular take and play Thomas, you could see that his footplate is colored red, and he has his blue wheels, and the chassis is black. But I don't know why that this model has a green footplate. But this model doesn't bug me too much. And I'm sure I know what episode this model is based off of.
Well, that's all the recent purchases that I have got in the last few weeks. Hope you have enjoyed looking at them and wondering if you have learned something from me. Probably not. And which one of these items is your favorite? I would love to know. So next time, everyone, thanks for watching, and bye for now.